Halo Infinite was originally supposed to release alongside the launch of the Xbox Series S and X consoles in November 2020, but was delayed until December 8th, 2021. However, to celebrate Xbox's 20th anniversary, the multiplayer of Halo Infinite was released a few weeks earlier on November 15th, 2021. As a longtime Halo fan, I was completely understanding of the delays and wanted 343 Industries to take their time with the game until they got it right. After a disappointing Halo 4 and a good but not spectacular Halo 5, I think Halo Infinite is 343's best entry in the series yet, and they managed to capture what makes Halo, well, Halo. Albeit there are some questionable design choices in regards to the Battle Pass progression and cosmetics. First, let's start off with what I like, and there's plenty to praise here. In my opinion, the most important aspect of a Halo game, especially multiplayer, is that its core gameplay needs to feel just right. I think 343 absolutely nailed it in that aspect, and while it's too early to tell if this could be my favorite Halo multiplayer, I think it definitely surpasses Halo 4 and Halo 5's multiplayer. Halo 4 is easily my least favorite Halo because it seemed like it took a step back in the franchise and was turning more into Call of Duty with the addition of loadouts. Halo 5 was a step back into the right direction for me, and while I did enjoy it for the most part, it still felt like something was off. Halo Infinite, for me personally, feels like going back to its roots while at the same time providing just that little bit of extra new features to keep the game feeling fresh. The new equipment, such as the grapple hook, changes things up a bit and adds unique and fun situations to the standard boots on the ground Halo combat. Having the option to sprint, but making it to where the sprint is slightly faster than the normal walk, was a smart decision and brings a modern feel to Halo. The movement in the game feels great, because while I do enjoy the older Halos like Halo 3, it may be jarring for some to play a modern shooter without a sprinting option. The weapons feel tight and responsive, and while I don't care for some of the new weapons, I'm looking at you, Ravager, I'd say almost all the weapons feel satisfying to use. Along with new weapons come new maps, and I'm a fan of most of the maps here. I think some maps are too big for 4v4 game modes, but other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with the map selection. I like that we have a good mix of both symmetrical and asymmetrical maps, and the symmetrical maps are just great for Capture the Flag. Additionally, I love the overall aesthetic of Halo Infinite. Something about the way Halo 4 and Halo 5 looked just didn't sit right with me, but Halo Infinite is very pleasant on the eyes. The graphics won't blow you away by any means, but I don't think they need to. Like I said, gameplay is what is most important to me, and I think Halo Infinite is a solid looking game, and I don't really have any complaints in that area. And to top it all off, such as tradition with all Halo games, the music is full of bangers. Just loading up the main menu instantly hits me with a wave of nostalgia. And if you sit in a lobby long enough, the music just gets you more and more hyped for your next match. Now, let's move on to what I don't like about Infinite. Most of these are minor complaints, but I figured they bothered me enough to be worth mentioning. The first thing is player collision, and if you've been following or playing Infinite, you probably know what I'm talking about. But for those who don't, there's an issue where you can basically walk through your enemies, and this is most apparent when trying to melee someone. The reason it's an issue is because it can cause you to easily miss hitting your opponent, and they can then turn around and kill you instead. I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but I think it's a bug and it should be fixed as soon as possible. Another thing that bugs me is that the flag in Capture the Flag and the ball in Oddball are no longer one-hit melee kills. In a recent GameSpot article, which I will link in the description, developer 343 Carnivore said the following: the net result of one hit kill for either item tends to increase snowball size too much. The team with the objective advantage has an easier time completing their goal, and their opponents feel the task of rubber banding the scenario back in their favor too difficult or too far and few between. The developer acknowledged that one-hit kills with the flag or skull in Halo games are fun for the objective carrier, but overall matches are less compelling or fun. Personally, I disagree with that statement because the person who is holding the flag or ball is already at a disadvantage because they can't use normal weapons, so to offset that, the one-hit melee kills make more sense. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think about this decision in the comments. Next on my list is the audio. More specifically, when there's an enemy player behind you. I've had so many times in this game where there's an enemy sneaking up behind me and I cannot hear them coming at all. I play with headphones too, so it's really frustrating to be shot from behind when I think I'm safe. I'm pretty sure this is a bug, and while it may seem like a minor thing, it's really annoying to play with. My last minor complaint isn't a huge deal for me personally, but I could see why a lot of people could be very upset with it. It's the lack of game modes and lack of ability to filter certain game modes. I like that there's a quick play option so you can play a variety of game modes, but 343 already nailed the game mode selection in the Master Chief Collection, so why is this game a step backwards? It makes no sense to me. In the Master Chief Collection, you could easily filter for a specific game mode and only play Slayer if you don't like objective type games. This is also an issue when it comes to the Battle Pass challenges because there are certain challenges that are game type specific, and if you can't search for that certain game type, like let's say capture the flag, well, you're just gonna have to keep on playing until you get a capture the flag game. And the fact that Team Fiesta is a limited time game mode and not a permanent game mode is just a weird decision to me. Why not just keep that game mode in full rotation along with other fan favorites like Shoddy Snipers? Alright, let's take a deep breath because we're about to dive in to everyone's favorite part of Halo Infinite, the Battle Pass progression and customization. It's no secret that 343 is under a lot of backlash right now due to the Battle Pass system. Not being able to earn XP every game, win or lose, is just a poor decision. When the game first launched, I played several hours before I can even level up the Battle Pass once. That does not feel rewarding at all, and while 343 said they're working on it, it's crazy that they even launched the progression system in this state in the first place. Now, to be fair, this is a free-to-play game right now. You don't even need Game Pass to play. You just need an Xbox or PC and you're good to go. But I do wish there was a way to earn the premium currency for free, similar to something like maybe Apex Legends. We also just got a new limited time event in the game, and while some of the armor you can earn from the event pass looks cool, more than half of the rewards in the event pass are challenge swaps or XP boosts, rather than actual customization items. You can't even complete all the event challenges right now, which is such an odd decision by 343. People want to play your game and grind out the event pass, so let them do it. The biggest obstacle 343 has right now is themselves, and if they can correct their mistakes and listen to the community, they will have an absolute masterpiece of a game on their hands. Overall, I love Halo Infinite. I'd say it's the best Halo game since Reach, and I really want to see this game succeed because Halo is one of, if not my favorite video game franchise. It's near and dear to my heart, and I hope this is a game where I can always go back 2 years later and still have fun with it. Despite its issues, Halo Infinite captures the magical core gameplay of Halo and delivers in the area where it matters the most. As of recording this video, Halo Infinite multiplayer gets an 8 out of 10 rating from me. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like as it helps to let me know what type of content you'd like to see from me in the future. And if you haven't subbed already, consider subscribing for more Halo Infinite videos. That's going to be it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.